Hello, and welcome to today's 5 and 5, where we look at 5 books in 5 minutes. Today we're going to be looking at a collection of biographical fiction novels that feature 5 fairly famous people and a fictionalized account of their lives. I Was Anastasia by Ariel Lahan is a biographical fiction story of the lost Russian princess Anastasia Romanov and what might have happened to her. This follows the story of Anna Anderson, the woman who claimed to be the princess after she was pulled out of the freezing water and taken to the hospital. Was she really the lost princess or an imposter? The mystery spans 50 years and 3 continents. Anastasia's story and Anna's stories are interwoven together, with Anna starting in 1970 and going backwards, and Anastasia's story starting in 1917 before the execution of her family. This compelling and dramatic story will fascinate the reader with its journey through time. Which side do you believe? Was Anna Anderson the lost princess or simply a scam artist looking for a payday? If you read The Kitchen Boy by Robert Alexander or The Witches of St. Petersburg by Imogen Edwards-Jones, then you will enjoy I Was Anastasia. This book is available in regular and large print formats. Dear George, Dear Mary by Mary Calvey is the fictionalized story of George Washington's first love, Mary Eliza Phillips. Long before Martha, George loved another. Here, Calvey uses Washington's own letters to weave a story of unrequited love, loss, and the consequences of war. George is working hard and making a name for himself as a military leader in New York, with no money or education. He's in need of a wealthy heiress to help further his career, and he settles his sights on Mary Eliza, a young woman a few years older than him. Mary Eliza already idolizes George long before she meets him and falls head over heels in love when he sets sights on her. George is sent away for 19 months and is maligned in the press, and Mary Eliza doubts George's love and begins to act erratically due to her history of depression. Their love falls by the wayside, and 20 years later they are reunited, and the truth of what happened becomes apparent. You will want to read Dear George, Dear Mary if you like The Hamilton Affair by Elizabeth Cobbs Hoffman or Benjamin Franklin's Bastard by Sally Cabot. This book is available in regular and large print, as well as audiobook, ebook, and e-audio formats. Is The Mystery of Mrs Christie by Marie Benedict. This book follows a fictionalized version of the real-life events that surround the disappearance and reappearance and the amnesia of Agatha Christie in December 1926. Where did she go? What happened to her while she was gone? During an unprecedented manhunt across England, people are searching for the very famous author all over the country. The puzzle of those missing 11 days remains a mystery to this day. After a huge argument with her husband, Agatha disappears, leaving him as the #1 suspect in her possible death. What really happened? Well, read the book if you want to find out just what Marie Benedict thinks might have happened. If you liked reading The Christie Affair by Nina de Gramont or The House at Ruriton by Kate Morton, then you will enjoy The Mystery of Mrs Christie. This book is available in regular and large print, as well as in ebook and e-audio formats. In Caroline, Little House Revisited by Sarah Miller, we get to relive the famous stories by Laura Ingalls Wilder through the eyes of her mother, Caroline. We all know what happens in the Little House on the Prairie series, but as most adults can attest, kids don't often remember events the way that adults do, or understand the thought process and feelings of those mysterious parents. This book takes a fictionalized look at how a pregnant Caroline was feeling as she left her home, family, and set out across the prairie with 2 small children and her husband. With no friends or support, she managed to create a home and life for her little family. Caroline's strength through adversity and trials not only helped shape her, but her children as well. Follow along with the author as we explore Caroline's hopes, joys, and heartbreaks. If you liked reading Marilla of Green Gables by Sarah McCoy or True Sisters by Sandra Dallas, then you should add Caroline, Little House Revisited by Sarah Miller to your reading list. This book is available in regular and large print, as well as in audiobook formats and e-book format. Hook's Tale, being the account of an unjustly villainized pirate written by himself, by John Pillmeyer, is a fun take on a biographical fiction novel. In this take on Hook's life, we meet James Hook, a young boy who is orphaned, hopeless, and press-ganged into a ship bound for the Caribbean. However, along the way and near death, he is rescued by a precocious boy named Peter. However, a sudden betrayal ends the boys' developing friendship, and young James must decide if he wants to stay young forever or grow up and accept the life fate has handed him. In this fictionalized version of his life events, James Hook, much maligned by the spurious J.M. Barrie, tries to right the wrongs recorded about him. This fun, swashbuckling good tale will leave the reader on the edge of their seats as they look at their childhood memories through the whimsical adaptation. You will enjoy Hook's tale if you enjoy reading Silver, Return to Treasure Island by Andrew Motion, or Lost Boy by Christina Henry. This book is available in regular print and e-book formats. Thank you for listening to this month's 5 and 5. We hope you found a great biographical fiction story to read. Join us next month for a collection of amazing nonfiction audiobooks. If you need help finding something else to read, please contact the library. We would love to help you find your next great read.